Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody? It's been a while because it's been more than a week since the last news update, weekly news update for the channel. Because what I decided to do was, rather than do Mondays, make videos on Mondays about what's going on with the news, I thought it'd probably be best to leave it till the middle of the week. Towards the end of the week, in case, because of all the things happening at the moment, particularly with Brexit, or not happening, or what's going to happen with the government or not, we don't quite know. Is there going to be government? Is there going to be a change of Mrs May? Is it going to go further than that? But, so we've had all sorts this week. We've had government held in contempt and all of that. Anyway, so yeah, it's been about a week and a half since the last upload and the last video I made. But today's Thursday the 6th of December. Half an hour ago, a little over half an hour to 40 minutes ago, Mark Drakeford was elected as the brand new First Minister and Welsh Labour leader in Wales. So that's all very interesting in the mix of what's happening nationally, of course, down in London. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens from here on in where I am. So I live in Wales. We're the Rhyl People's Assembly, so we're in North Wales, and obviously Mark's down in the Senedd in Cardiff. I was down in South Wales on Saturday, actually, watching Mark speak at an event put on by the Morning Star, along with other political leaders, and figures from the left, the socialist left in the UK. We had Rob Griffiths also speaking on the same panel, who's the leader of the British Communist Party, excellent speaker. We had Ben Chacko from editorial board of the Morning Star, one of the editors of the Morning Star, and a lady whose name I forget, who's one of the regional officers for the PCS union, and but Mark was the first speaker, so that was fantastic. So yeah, I only saw him 5 days ago, and so it was great to see him win today, and we'll see what happens. I can't help but feel it's only going to be more positive things for our region, our part of Britain, which has been struggling quite a lot economically for decades, really, because of the Barnett formula, which you may or may not know about, but basically it's how the money's worked out for the regions in Britain, and Wales has been underfunded for decades, really. Even Mr Barnett himself, who came up with the formula decades ago, was saying telling the government towards the end of his life that it was only supposed to be a temporary fix, really. It was supposed to be revised or replaced by something else, fairer, many years ago. But anyway, here we are. But the main thing is, of course, is that Mark Drakeford, out of the 3 candidates for Welsh Labour leader, was the only one who is fully aligned with Labour nationally, and Jeremy Corbyn's Labour manifesto, John McDonnell's. So that should prove, hopefully, beneficial for Wales and the people of Wales. So watch this space, see what happens over the next 6 months to a year. Obviously potentially the big fly in the ointment is what's happening at the minute with what's supposed to be an exit from the EU, but we don't know what's going to happen there, really. We don't know if it's going to end up in the end with the same government but a different leader, or a different government but then still with exit and everything but name, really. exit in name only, but not really to people's satisfaction. The people have voted to leave, or if we virtually remain or literally remain, and the people that voted to leave are just sort of thrown to the wind at all their votes are. So it's a knife edge issue. I personally believe that it's not going to be a disaster if we leave and on World Trade Organisation rules. That's my personal opinion. That's not necessarily the opinion of the Real People's Assembly, and we have different views. Some people in our group are staunch Remainers, don't want us to leave at all, and support our people's votes. And some of us don't. So that's the great thing. That's the great thing about what's happening now. Living in very interesting times. You can take opposing views, but that's the whole point of a functioning democracy. Is you stay comrades, you stay friends, you debate, as friendly and polite as possible. You listen to each other. You don't have to agree. It doesn't have to drive people apart. Unfortunately, this issue has a tendency of doing that. I don't see eye to eye with a lot of my friends on this issue, but it doesn't matter to me. We're friends. We probably don't see eye to eye on a few issues, but it doesn't matter. That's the point of debate and democracy and politics and friendship, So, anyway, it's not really a news vlog this time round. It's just a bit of a info update on Welsh Labour, really, and that Mark's won. So we'll see what happens. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of reshuffle of ministerial positions in the Welsh government. I'd assume. I don't know. So we'll see what happens over the next couple of days as far as that goes. I know Mark thinks, I've seen Mark talk at least, personally, I've probably seen Mark 4 or 5 times this year talking about this, and I know he feels his biggest and most pressing thing to deal with first up is a response to us leaving the EU and the impact that'll have on some Welsh business and the social fund and things like that. So I think that's what it'll be focusing on from the off. Obviously Mark's been the finance minister in Wales for a number of years, so he's already completely au fait with what he needs to be financially, and Mark's also a professor of I believe social policy from Cardiff Uni. So he really knows what's going on. He knows the history of and impact and effects of social change. So you couldn't really get a better person, I think, in there at the minute. Even though we don't, I don't agree with Mark on Mark's I believe a Remainer, or has taken the view of a Remainer because of what he believes would be potentially damaging economic factors for Wales for leaving the EU. And I don't happen to agree, but it doesn't matter. We're both socialists on the left of the spectrum politically, and agree that we need social change and social justice. So it doesn't matter that we disagree, really. So anyway, ciao for now. I'll try and do a proper news roundup tomorrow. Hopefully not much longer than this. And ciao for now, and ciao from Jake over there.